Kansas Kitty. And for those of you that are new here, thanks for stopping by. Warmest welcome. This is pretty much my weight loss surgery channel. I did have the RNY gastric bypass surgery on June 25th, 2018. So that was about a year and 10 months ago. I do talk a little bit about running. I talk about various beauty stuff and just about maintenance and health and happiness. And so I welcome you. I started off my journey, my high weight, at 238 pounds. I'm 5'6", I'm 40 years old, and I did lose 100 pounds. I made it down to 138. I did create a maintenance range of 138 to 145, so a 7-pound range, and I pretty much maintained and hit that kind of range by 32 weeks post-op my weight loss surgery. I did have some plastics done, so that was 4 months ago. I had some butt augmentation, some skin removal in my lower back, and I have been struggling lately. I really have with maintaining my weight. I was so good at staying within that range, and I don't know what the deal is. I'm just like, I've been up in the high 140s, even low 150s. I do maintain a healthy BMI, and this video is pretty much going to be about me very eager to get back to my maintenance range. I'm still not in my range, and I'm not happy about that. I'm not thrilled about that. And I'm in a healthy BMI. My running and my mileage every week is staying consistent. But truth be told, I'm just not being mindful of what I put into my body. And I feel like I'm kind of just accepting this little weight gain, and I don't want to be comfortable with that. So I do want to get back to my range. There's a true feeling of bliss and sense of pride in waking up the next morning knowing that you were in complete control the day before. Headed into my 6th week working from home now and being at home, I definitely don't feel like I'm forced to stay at home, but I feel like I get to stay at home, and I absolutely love it. In the perfect scenario, the economy will open up in about 3 weeks, and research does show that it takes 21 days, so 3 weeks, to create those good habits. And wouldn't it be amazing to come out of quarantine just stronger and fitter and healthier than before? I mean, that would just be the cherry on top. When things return back to a semi-normal life again, things are going to be moving pretty fast. You know, when people go on diets and often they have like a cheat day and they just go crazy and they go nuts on that cheat day and they overindulge. Well, can you imagine that once all of this is released and we kind of go back out in the world, how much we're all going to overindulge in everything, and even just the finest and smallest little things that we've been taking for granted. We're going to overindulge and really, really appreciate everything more. So let's do what we can to return strong and happy and healthy and confident. When it comes to making a change, no one knows you better than you. You can seek advice from your medical team, but ultimately you are in control of what you put into your mouth. So what's the plan for me? I know what I can't do. I know I'm not going to go on a detox diet. I'm not going to go start counting my calories like crazy. I'm not going to do a pouch reset, because I know those things from diets and dieting over the years are only going to set me up for failure. So what I can do is just move forward and be mindful and treat my body with kindness. You know, I know all of the things that are going to make me successful. I give really good advice on that. And it isn't until you start to feel that mental kind of shift in your brain that you can really take action and say enough is enough. So let me just share my plan with you, and we will keep this very brief. I'm going to focus on protein. Veggies and fruits are okay. I'm going to cut out all my sugar treats because I think that's where I've been going a little overboard lately. I'm going to plan my meals for the day and my snacks and focus on just go right back to my roots of 5 to 6 meals a day, small little meals. I'm going to measure my servings, and I'm going to make a plate, and I'm going to sit down at the kitchen table, and I'm going to eat and sit there, and I'm going to put all of the rest of the food in containers in the fridge so I can't go after seconds or thirds. I'm going to sit there, I'm going to be mindful, I'm going to chew through my bites and just take a moment to enjoy the food. I'm going to drink my water. I've been slacking on that too. It's easy to do in the winter months, so try to get those 64 ounces minimum in. I'm going to reduce my Bang coffee intake and instead replace that with some detox teas. So just a little plug, probably for my next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the detox teas I'm going to be trying out this week. I'm going to reduce my alcoholic drinks during the week, and I'm also going to reduce my gum chewing. Sometimes I tend to be a little gumaholic, and I can just like pop one piece of gum in after another. And yeah, I need to stop that, because they say that when you're chewing gum, you're salivating, and it actually, when you're salivating, those kind of wake up those taste buds in your mouth, and it makes you even hungrier. So stop the constant gum chewing, okay? I'm going to print off my plan. Well, I already have it printed here, and I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it as a visual for myself, and so right by my computer desk, just so I can kind of read through and have a constant reminder. I'm going to also put a couple other items up of motivation and inspiration. I'm thinking about maybe putting a quote up in the kitchen, in the cupboards, just to see that visual right away. And also something that works often for me, which although I'm still fitting in all my clothes, I'm wanting to nip this in the butt before it gets out of hand. But I'm going to probably just hang up like a pair of jean shorts or a pair of jeans in one of my windows, honestly, where I can see it all the time. I am going to continue with my runs. That shouldn't be difficult for me because I'm in a really good habit of doing that, just waking up and going every morning, and also doing my push-ups every other day. When things become idle and I need some filler time, I'm not going to fill it with my hobby of food, my hobby of snacking, okay? Instead, I did start playing the piano again. I used to play the piano as a child. It only took a few years. I'm awful, but it's fun. It's fun for me. It's a creative outlet. So I'm going to play some piano. I'm also going to do some like adult coloring. I had one of my subscribers mention that. She did that, and I love that idea. So I'm going to do a little bit of that too when things become idle. Also, just sit outside. We've been blessed with some sun and a little bit warmer temps here and there. And just sitting outside and putting your face in the sun and getting that vitamin D is just such a boost and feel good. And I think that'll kind of help me take my mind off of food. I am going to focus under 2,000 calories a day. And like I said, I'm not going to count my calories. I don't do well with that, but I kind of have a semi idea of how much, how many calories are in. And really, isn't that what it's about? Calories in, calories out. The calories you consume versus the calories that you burn. So I am burning probably a minimum of between 800 and 900 calories with my fitness per day. And I should be netting out, if I average at about 2,000 calories of food intake, that's not good. That's not asking too much. That's like, I should feel full. I should feel energized and fueled for my morning runs the next day. And netting out at about 1,200, I should still see the pounds slowly drop. Not crazy fast, but some of the pounds start to drop off on the scale. Quick breakdown of a typical day and what I will plan to have this week. Pre-run, I'm still going to have a few sips to maybe a half of a Bang Keto coffee, and that just kind of wakes me up and gets me going. 80 calories there. Then I'm going to have breakfast after I shower and return, which will consist of some kind of protein. And right now I'm really into Greek yogurt bowls with some granola and some fresh berries on there. I'm going to have my detox tea with that. Then a couple hours later, I'm going to have almonds, probably just some kind of snack. Then I'm going to wait another couple hours before I have lunch. And my lunch are right now, they're salads. And so it'll be a very hearty salad full of goodness, full of protein and veggies and chopped up stuff. So full of yumminess with a nice dressing on top. I'm gonna wait a couple more hours then to have my next snack. And lately my son and I are really making a lot of smoothies. So I will probably just use my Vitamix blender and make a smoothie in the afternoon. Wait for my longest stretch will probably be between 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll have some dinner. Dinners will consist of some kind of protein, a vegetable, and if I want to add a little bit of carb in there, that's totally fine too. I'm going to then have my second tea of the day, which is part of my detox plan, which is more like a colon cleanse tea, and then I will have my dessert if I feel like it. And that will probably be just something like some berries with some whipped cream, or some sugar-free pudding with some whipped cream, or maybe even a Greek yogurt with some whipped cream. I love whipped cream. I will have my vitamins, which are about 50 calories a day, and I am allowing myself to have 8 pieces of gum per day. So all that broken up comes out to just under 2,000 calories a day. If I'm even lower than that, fabulous. But let me just try this out. Be very, very mindful each and every single day of what I'm putting in and report back. So my plan is to report back in a week, give or take a few days, and just see how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Goals are that I'd like to feel mentally stronger, returning and rebuilding some good habits, which should result in a slight decrease and shift of pounds on the scale. Leaving you on a tough love note, it's all fun and games until the jeans don't fit.